This is the TriSwimCoach Podcast, where the most difficult leg of the triathlon becomes your friend, leaving your struggles and your competition behind you. TriSwimCoach.com, helping you to laugh at the water.
Welcome to TriSwimCoach. This is Kevin, and this is episode number 113. And in just a minute, I'm going to talk about the last 4 rules of our TriSwim Manifesto. We started that on the last podcast, number 112. So if you missed the beginning of this, please go back and listen to the last episode. It's number 112, and you'll get the first 4 rules there. I'm not sure if we're calling it the TriSwimCoach, the TriSwim Rules, or the TriSwim Manifesto. Just a side note, I was speaking with a TriSwimSuccess member today. We had an offer last month where the offer with joining TriSwimSuccess, you get a free consultation with me, Coach Kevin. And not many people took me up on that. A lot of people joined last month, but only a couple people so far have done the phone call with me. But I think it's really helpful, actually. And it's funny because it's swimming. So sometimes when we're talking on the phone, it's like I'm explaining something, and I wish I had a video there to show it, or to be in person would be even better. But this woman was training for a race in July. It's now February, and she's got about 5 months before the race, and she's in Michigan. And I think she said it was in Indiana. So she was asking me, like, what should she be doing now? I told her that the best thing is to focus on technique and drills. And her background is that she did not come from a swimming background like most of our members, and she's got a strong running background, but she kind of procrastinated the swim until just more recently, and is starting to get in the water now, and kind of wondering where to focus her efforts and her energies. And so I told her that, doing the drills is important, especially the balance drills. Go back to the basics and focus on kicking on your side, doing that shark fin drill, getting that high elbow recovery down. I think those are the 2 things that will sort of get you the fastest back up to speed in terms of your feel for the water, your balance, your being in the right body position, and then start to build in things. So do that for 2 to 4 weeks. Just focus on basic drills, and then start really ramping up the swimming. And next thing would be to focus on the high elbow catch, which is one of our main drills that we do. So the balance drills, a high elbow catch, and then breathing. So breathing is super important. We talked about Wim Hof breathing, sort of building up your lungs and building up the oxygen that's flowing through your body. And that'll really help with your open water swimming. And it'll also help with being able to withstand really cold temperatures. So it's a nice side effect there. And then she asked me about, like, how many days a week is optimal to swim. She said she's really busy. She's got 2 kids and works full time. She is able to do 3 swims a week, and was wondering if that was enough or should she do more. And the answer is yes, that's awesome. This is what I told her, that 3 days a week of swimming is really, really good. We do have in our program, we start off with 3 days, and then we build up to 4, and then we go down to 3, but it doesn't have to be that way. And just once the weather warms up a little bit, if you have a chance to get in open water once a week, that would be awesome. So if 2 days in the pool, 1 day of open water, it would be awesome. And if one of those pool days is really focused on drills, even better. But we have programs, we have plans in our TriSwimSuccess program, 12-week plans that can, make it easy for you so you don't have to be guessing what to do in the water. But anyway, I just wanted to relay that conversation. If anybody wants to join our TriSwimSuccess, I'd love to talk to you, because since we're not getting many people taking me up on that, I do have time, and I have a calendar that it's super easy to book a 15-minute call with me. So just let me know if you end up joining at TriSwimCoach.com and you want to set up something with me. I'd love to chat. And if you're nearby in Southern California, then I would even come to you if you have a pool that I can come to. So with that, I wanted to talk about the last rules here of our TriSwim Manifesto. So we've got rule number 5 is we swim because it's fun. And for many years, we had a slogan at TriSwimCoach that was laugh at the water. And we just recently kind of got away from that. But that was kind of the motto, because it's fun, and it's meant to be fun, and you start making improvements, and then pretty soon you're laughing. But I wanted to make it somewhat more serious than that. So now our slogan is befriend the water. Okay, rule number 5 is we swim because it's fun. So we enjoy ourselves. Above all, we commit to having fun, enjoying what we do, and spreading good spirit and good word. No more junkyards. No boring, purposeless sets. No way. Life is short, and we want to have fun. This is the only way to stick with it. Swimming success is not an overnight thing, but motivation will only stay strong if we enjoy what we are doing. Knowing that we as humans are not natural aquatic creatures, we are going to laugh. We are willing to make fools of ourselves and laugh at or with each other. While we take our goals seriously and we take our mission seriously, we realize that life and improving swimming is fun and rewarding. We can find the fun in each step of the process. Fun is an essential part of an adventurous life. So that's the key there, because we have a human need for play. And so if this isn't fun, then I would recommend just stop doing it and find something that's fun. So that's a really key. This rule number 5 is a really key to your success here. Rule number 6, we never leave our wingmen and women. Just like you never want to swim out in the ocean alone, we also believe swimming is a group effort rather than a total individual affair. We all make mistakes and learn from them. Although we have friendly competitions for accountability and accelerated improvement, we motivate each other, push when necessary, and provide our fellow teammates with constructive feedback. Like a school of fish, we are only as good as our slowest swimmer. So yeah, swimming is typically known as an individual sport. And, for the most part, that's true because you've got your head in the water and you can't even talk unless you're using a kickboard or something. When you're training, though, you can't even really, socialize and talk to others. And then it's kind of up to you. Every step of the way is up to you. So it is very individualized. At the same time, we want to bring in this and really have this group dynamic as part of the training experience. And that's a really important thing. And, we've had people make friends and the camaraderie and meet at races and things like that. And it's awesome. So that's rule number 6. So rule number 7 is we take a non-traditional approach. What does that mean? We work smart and not necessarily hard. We are committed to getting more out of less instead of the traditional no pain, no gain philosophy. We make every swim, every yard, and every meter count. With every workout, we are living with purpose. This doesn't just mean getting an instant physical result from the workout. It means taking a holistic approach to swimming and getting into the flow, as well as the meditative or Zen qualities of swimming. This may not come naturally at first, but as you practice and befriend the water, you will likely see this mental benefit in your workouts, which will also contribute to your physical mastery of freestyle swimming. So a simpler way of putting this is swimming is more of a mental game than a physical game. And most people don't take that approach, and that's where they end up struggling and really, trying to press and force things, and then it becomes, not as fun. And so this non-traditional approach, not just trying to do a certain number of yards or laps or, I have to swim for an hour today. If I don't, then I'm a loser. Like none of that. Like all of it is, I grew up with the no pain, no gain philosophy. That's actually, I remember a coach telling me that, no pain, no gain. But I do not believe in that at all now. And I think that philosophy can kind of hurt you, and it can lead to all kinds of things like burnout and injuries and no fun. So rule number 8 is we take care of business. We all have a life. We have families and work and social commitments that need to flow with our triathlon and swim training. The swimming stuff is a fun challenge, and you will be growing throughout the process, but don't let up on the important things in life. Your loved ones, loved activities, loved experiences that may on occasion take you away from your path here. But this is a lifestyle, not a strict regimen. We encourage the continuation of other enjoying parts of life as long as they are healthy and enriching. So are you ready to become a better you? So that's a really important thing. A lot of people will call this balance. So balance in your life and having different things that make you happy and different activities and spending time with people that you really love, and all that is so important. So, just try not to neglect that on your quest to become an Ironman or to become a finisher of a triathlon or a triathlete. That's about all I had for today. Thanks so much for listening to this podcast. I really appreciate your support. And if you want to just take one extra step today and give us your support online, that would be awesome. There's on iTunes, if you just look up TriSwim Podcast, we should come up there. And if you can just enter a rating and a review of the podcast, we would really appreciate that. That helps with people finding the show and getting into the community. So, and if you do that, we'll also read your review on the next show. So anyway, go out there and have a great week of training. We'll be back in a week, hopefully with Chris Haig will be on the next podcast, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to another episode covering swimming and triathlon mastery. To get your free online swim clinic, just go to TriSwimLessons.com. Give us your name and email, and we'll have session number 1 off to you right away. Begin your process of befriending the swim and laughing at the water now.